Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Visa Everywhere Initiative, India 2020, in association with CNBC TV 18.
According to Global Fintech Index 2020, Bengaluru, Delhi, and Mumbai are among the top 20 global fintech hubs. No wonder that Visa has launched its Global Innovation Program in India this year with the Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020. The platform provides an opportunity for startups to solve payment challenges of tomorrow and enhance their product propositions to provide visionary solutions for Visa's vast network of partners. Over the last 2 weeks, we saw some of India's brightest and most promising fintech startups present their unique solutions and answer some tough questions probed by the jury. Today, our finalists will be competing against each other for the last and final challenge, digitally transforming the B2B payments value chain. But before we kick off the final leg of Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020, let me get in Arvind Ronta, Head of Products India and South Asia Visa, to understand the thought process behind today's challenge. Over to you, Arvind.
Thank you, Shruti. We are witnessing rapid and significant changes in the B2B payment ecosystem across India and South Asia. India commercial consumption expenditure is close to $4 trillion. In India, B2B payments is challenged by two main factors. One is that the current ecosystem is heavily cash dependent. And second, enterprise management systems are quite expensive and inflexible. This presents a huge opportunity for fintechs to partner with Visa and our bank partners to structure lending on card solutions. Rationale behind introducing today's challenge was to really connect with fintechs that are innovating and digitizing account payables, receivables, supply chain financing. Through Visa Everywhere Initiative, we've tried to give a platform to all the Indian fintechs who are digitally transforming B2B payments value chain.
Thank you very much, Arvind, for taking us through the thought process. Now I'd like to extend a warm welcome and introduce you to our esteemed jury panel for today. Sudipta Roy, Group Head, Unsecured Assets, Card and Payment Solutions, ICICI Bank. Ajay Adiseshan, Founder and CEO, Paymate. Seaton Kitney, Head of Products and Solutions, Asia Pacific Visa. Arvind Ronta, Head of Products and Solutions, India and South Asia Visa. And Lata Venkatesh, Executive Editor, CNBC TV 18. The third and the final challenge of the Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020 is digitally transforming the B2B payments value chain. Let's welcome our first finalist. This fintech offers a transparent marketplace for financiers, buyers, and suppliers for supply chain financing. Cashflow's pioneering supply chain finance platform empowers suppliers to get collateral-free financing when they need it. And representing Cashflow today is its founder and CEO, Ankur Bhageria. Ankur, welcome to the show. The rules are simple. You have 10 minutes to make your presentation, which will be followed by a Q&A round with the jury. Good to go, Ankur? Your time starts now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ankur Bhageria, and I'm here to talk about Cashflow, India's leading private exchange for working capital. Let's take a look at the problem. There is over 20 lakh crore of working capital that is trapped in India's upstream supply chains. On one hand, we have India's healthy mid and large corporates that have access to low-cost funding at sub 9%, whereas 98% of their supplier base has limited access to affordable credit and accesses funds at anywhere from 12 to 36% per annum. Traditional vendor financing programs typically cover the top 2% of these suppliers that are strategically important, but the mid and long tail is ignored because neither the corporate nor the banks have sufficient incentive to cover them. And that's really the problem we're looking to solve. Now, our take at solving this massive gap is by creating a working capital exchange between buyers, sellers, and financiers. We are India's first truly multi-funder marketplace for supply chain finance. Our mission is to democratize this access to capital to the entire vendor base, and instead of the chosen few, through a flexible, market-driven pricing. And in many ways, we're creating something like the Uber for bill discounting. This platform's job is to help the suppliers get access to funds they need at a rate of their own choosing by leveraging this expansive base of financiers and corporate treasuries. This unique platform-based approach solves this core problem associated with SME lending in India. It shifts the risk from the small supplier to the larger corporates and thereby making capital more affordable. And B, the digital platform ensures that even the smallest vendor, whether it's a transporter or a packaging supplier, can be covered at the fraction of an acquisition cost. Now let's take a look at how this becomes a reality. Cashflow ties up with the anchor corporates and integrates with their ERPs. The platform picks up approved invoices on a daily basis and makes them available for the suppliers to discount. The suppliers simply log into their Cashflow mobile app, enter how much capital he needs and his preferred rate. The platform takes into account 500 plus data points based on available supply and the relative demand and approves the supplier's request instantly within seconds. The supplier submits this request, and our platform then routes the request to the appropriate financier who disburses the capital via cash flow to the supplier, typically within 24 hours, straight into their bank account. On the due date, cash flow enables flow of capital from the anchor corporate to their respective financiers, completing the loop. So for the first time ever, a supplier is now able to access funds on demand at his fingertips, anytime, anywhere, and in a matter of seconds. That's all from me, folks. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm open to questions.
Thank you, Ankur. Jury, over to you for the questions.
The first question is that, if you can take us through your revenue model, on which sides of the transactions will you be earning your revenues? And secondly, you said that you'll be integrating with the ERP systems of the large corporates to pick out the vendors. Have you examined GST also as a platform and integration, or taking data feed from the GST and APIs?
The revenue model for cash flow is a transaction-based model where we charge both the buyer as well as the seller in this entire ecosystem for providing value to them in the respective ways. Over time, we also intend to enable a mechanism where we charge the financiers for accessing the supply chain available on our platform. Just to answer the second part of the question, we are in fact integrating with the GST platform through GSP providers and getting access to receivables of these suppliers where the customer may not be a large anchor corporate. The only caveat is, in our experience, we've seen that acceptance of invoices is critical in order to reduce the risk on financing the transaction. And for that, we've seen integrating with the corporate ERPs to be beneficial. We are exploring ways of containing that risk by getting buyer acceptance even where we are not integrated with the ERP.
All right, Seaton, go ahead with your question.
Yeah, I guess it's an extension of same question. If the invoices are essentially the security for the credit, right? How do we ensure that when the invoices are eventually paid by the buyer, can we find a way where that payment actually makes its way through to the credit supplier to minimize risk?
That's exactly how the platform works. On the due date, the payment directly from the buyer actually goes to the financier, and you don't have to depend on collecting repayments from the supplier, and thereby it essentially transfers the risk from the small supplier to the payment risk of a larger buyer.
Well, thank you, Ankur. I'm sure the jury got all the answers they were looking for. Good luck to you. While the jury deliberates and scores for cash flow, let's slip into a short commercial break.
Visa Everywhere Initiative, India 2020, in association with CNBC TV 18.
Welcome back. You're watching the grand finale of Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020, and the challenge for today is digitally transforming the B2B payments value chain. It's time to invite our second finalist, Alok Arora, co-founder and CEO of NuPay. Its neobanking platform acts as an open banking partner, providing an artificial intelligence, machine learning-enabled interoperable platform covering electronic invoices, self-service supplier portal, automated reconciliations, collections, bank payouts, and supply chain finance. Alok, that's quite a number of offerings from a single platform. Great going. You know you have 10 minutes to impress the jurors. Your time starts now.
Our platform is completely modular and API-based. It can be integrated easily with client systems, accounting softwares, and their internal processes. We have built strong AI/ML capabilities, which allows auto data capture from invoices, invoice matching for reconciliation, which is a very big challenge. Now I'll quickly take you through some of the features of our IRP platform. Our platform allows enterprises to manage all AP and AR processes, review all their invoices, pay suppliers, pay their expenses, salaries, payroll. They can send invoices to customers and receive payments through different payment modes: UPI, cards, RTGS, NEFT, IMPS. We provide a self-service portal. So as soon as a supplier is onboarded, he receives a link. He can actually log into a self-service portal for sending invoices and even apply for invoice discounting, giving them complete visibility. The lender also has access to the portal to approve and do underwriting for invoices with all relevant data required. Also want to touch upon our business model. So we do make money by charging on transaction basis and MDR. So if there is a payment gateway, there will be an MDR involved. We also have a SaaS-based platform fee, and we work on revenue share from lenders onboarded on our platform wherever there is a credit access available. Now I want to spend some time on the Visa opportunity, which we're very excited about. The Visa challenge talks about transforming B2B payments value chain. We've been doing that for many of our clients and really excited to partner with Visa because that's going to strengthen our supply chain finance offering. We've been successful in connecting large number of buyers and suppliers in our platform. We see a very large opportunity in providing access to credit through commercial cards to this ecosystem.
Well, Alok, that's quite interesting, but it's now time to answer some tough questions. Jury, over to you.
So Alok, so when you make a pitch or try to make a sale, what are you selling? Are you selling the credit product? Are you selling the AR and AP automation? So how do you make your entry into these organizations?
So there are two pitch we have. One is for the enterprises and one is for the banks. Like I mentioned, 70% of our clients are sourced by the banks. So banks also need to see the value for them. So for a client, it's straightforward. We are largely doing AR AP automation. That's our going in position. But today, AR AP, you have to differentiate yourself. So we have built a platform where they can get all kinds of services, even services like onboarding a vendor, where they can have all our APIs for GST, PAN verification, account validation, e-sign, and then they can start transacting. Now that's the pitch that we make to our clients. And then for banks, it is very important for banks also to provide automated platforms where they get a far better engagement with their clients. We've seen the kind of float income that they can generate out of the clients where they are integrated and provide a differentiated platform. Makes a very strong pitch for the banks for their clients. So we do joint pitches with the clients, and a lot of references come from the relationship managers of some of these large banks.
Well, thank you, Alok, and good luck to you. It's time for us to slip into another commercial break while our jurors score NuPay.
Visa Everywhere Initiative, India 2020, in association with CNBC TV18.
Welcome back to the last leg of the Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020 Grand Finale. In the previous two segments, we saw innovative solutions presented by Cashflow and NuPay on digitally transforming the B2B payments value chain. It's now time for the last and final presentation of Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020. And for that, let me get in the fintech that is enabling markets to work for smallholder farmers by making the value chains operate at a higher equilibrium. Samunati's Amla, that is aggregation, market linkages, and advisory services approach, empowers the agricultural community by helping them build better market linkages and using relevant technology and skills for growth. It has already touched the lives of over 4 million farmers. Representing Samunati is its founding member and head of strategy and innovations, Nitin Chaudhary. Nitin, that's a remarkable feat that you guys have achieved. Congratulations on that. You know the drill, and your time starts now.
What I'm presenting on is a proposed Visa-enabled pay card and app solution targeted at the players in agri-value chains. When I say players, I'm talking about smallholder farmers, cooperatives, farmer-producer organizations, agri-input providers, mandi traders, aggregators of farm produce, and many small businesses who are involved in the farm-to-fork value chains. This pay card solution, in a way, is targeted at one of the largest customer segments available who've not yet adopted digital payments. And this is mainly because they work in remote rural areas where the entire ecosystem itself thrives on cash. And we all know the challenges of dealing with the cash. One, the costs of dealing in cash are pretty high. We're talking about large amounts of efforts that go into reconciling cash. The turnaround times on transactions is pretty high. And we're trying to address these problems, both on the supply side and the demand side. A pay card and a pay app. A payment card which has multiple wallets at the back end. One of the wallets linked to, let's say, a loan account with Sammunati. The other wallet could be linked with a bank and could be an open loop wallet. The solution that we're talking about, we've rolled it out with about 5,000 farmer members in the last couple of months. And when we last spoke to the Visa team, this was just a concept. So this is the rollout that has been done in the last couple of months. And now what we are proposing is to make this card Visa enabled, so that the card to card transfers, card to account transfers, and account to card transfers can be enabled. What we've rolled out is a closed loop card where the payments can only happen between two parties, either a farmer and the farmer producer organization, or a dairy and a farmer. What we want to do now is bring this payment solution on a network so that the card can enable multi-party transactions.
Nitin, your time's up. Over to the jurors for the questions.
It's amazing how you have already thought through the solution with Visa. Could you tell us a bit more about what you have learned through this process, and what is going to be hard part about scaling up this solution, and what are you guys doing about that, and how you're thinking about solving for it?
I think adoption rates is the biggest challenge, the behavioral side of adoption rates. One reason we didn't go with the mobile-based wallets upfront is because mobile numbers change very frequently with the client segment that we are talking about. And therefore, a card-based solution to start with, ideally we would have wanted to start with a mobile wallet, but the client segment needs something in their hands, something that has aspirational value. At the same time, it's not very difficult to use. And while we are going ahead with the card-based solution, how much do they value the card and keep it with them, and making sure that the usage of the card is in a secure manner are going to be some of the risks, and therefore the effort that goes into educating them on how to use it will really define how successful this initiative is.
Well, thank you, Nitin. And with that, we're done with all the presentations for Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020. While the jury tabulates the score, let me reveal to you the prize. Every challenge winner gets to take home a cash prize of 7 lakh rupees along with a trophy. Well, the moment we've all been waiting for is here. The jury has assigned their scores. And now to announce the winner, let me call upon Seaton Kitney, Head of Products and Solutions, Asia Pacific Visa. Over to you, Seaton.
The winner of today's session is Sammunati. The jury was impressed with the ambition that Sammunati was attacking the problem statement with. If Sammunati is successful in rolling out the solution, the change that can be brought about for Indian agriculture, supply chain financing, electronic payments through that supply chain could be substantial. So Sammunati, congratulations.
Thank you, Seaton, and congratulations, Nitin Chaudhary of Sammunati. What does this win mean to you?
Thank you so much. We are elated, and a partnership with Visa will go a long way in helping us achieve our mission. This also puts in a lot of responsibility on our shoulders. As a winner, we would want to make sure that we deliver on outcomes that we just promised.
Well, thank you, Nitin. But that's not the end to Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020. There is something more for you. We're yet to announce the series winner. But before we get to that, let me first take you through the scoring process. Only the 3 challenge winners qualify for this, and the scores given by internal jurors carry a weightage of 70%. The scores given by external jurors that comprises of Visa partners and clients will carry 30% weightage. The finalist, whose combined score is the highest, is the grand winner of the Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020. He gets to take home an additional cash prize of 28 lakh rupees, taking his cumulative prize to 35 lakh rupees along with a winner's trophy. Let's find out who it is. Time to crown the winner, and for that, let me bring in T.R. Ramachandran, Group Country Manager, India and South Asia Visa. Joining him to announce the winner is Arvind Ronta, Head of Products, India and South Asia Visa, and Lata Venkatesh, Executive Editor, CNBC TV18. Over to you, Lata.
Thanks a lot for that, Shruti. And thank you, Visa Everywhere Initiative. In fact, Arvind and Ram and the entire team at Visa for putting up this excellent competition over the last 3 weeks. I enjoyed every moment of the jury rounds over the last 3 weeks. Over to you, Ram, your experience as well as, the big announcement, the winner itself.
For us, it is gratifying to see these 9 finalists from this plethora of applications that we got across the length and breadth of India, solving for digital onboarding, solving for business-to-business solutions, and on the merchant acceptance space, which were the sort of 3 areas of challenges that we had posed to them. Today, we are delighted to announce the winner of the Visa Everywhere Initiative. Overall winner is PaySwift. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. This is very heartening. We are very elated and humbled to know about it, first of all. And that too from Visa, it adds larger value to what we do because you are one of the largest ecosystem partners and providers.
Prabhu, from our perspective, what we loved about our solution was it had a strong pan-regional approach, which a potential to reach merchants well beyond the well-penetrated urban India. I think that was important. We like the fact that it was a truly end-to-end solution with merchant onboarding, near instant activation, enablement, and acquiring. And largely, we like the notion of the single app and the solution that can enable merchants to accept payments from a whole variety of payment options, making it simpler for merchants.
And a word from you, Arvind.
They've really done a great job with the single app that we're talking about. Really expedited the merchant onboarding and activation, and actually have a model which can scale, which is exciting for us.
Thanks for all the support what you've given to us.
Congratulations, Prabhu Ram of PaySwift. How does it feel getting that 35 lakh rupees check and the first trophy for Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020?
Between check and the trophy, holding the trophy is a more honoring experience for us because we have been in this business, we have been in payments for the last 15 years. And getting a recognition from Visa matters a lot to companies like us.
All right, congratulations once again. With that, it's a wrap on the first edition of Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020. It's goodbye from me and the team. Many thanks for watching.
Visa Everywhere Initiative, India 2020, in association with CNBC TV18.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.